Hello bibliophiles, and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. It is Thanksgiving in the US this week, and so in honor of Thanksgiving, I thought I would discuss some books about families. Thanksgiving's all about sharing a meal with those that you love and being grateful for the family that you have, whether it's a close-knit family or a dysfunctional mess. I actually did film a Thanksgiving video all about fictional families in 2017, which you can check out if you're interested, and in that, I discuss all sorts of families, but in today's video, I want to focus specifically on fictional surrogate families. Families that form out of circumstance, necessity, or choice that may not be bonded by blood, but linked by something deeper. This video was inspired by the discussion of Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables in my 2017 video. The Shirley Cuthberts form an unusual yet loving family. And it's fascinating to watch as this book unfolds how much Anne positively impacts Matthew and Marilla's lives in unexpected ways. Sometimes it seems that surrogate families can be even more compelling to read about than blood relations. What causes them to form and what enables them to stick together or leads to them falling apart? What factors contribute to a sense of loyalty and connection that bonds these people who aren't related by blood together? The books that I'm about to talk about answer these questions in their own ways through an exploration of some beautifully written, compelling surrogate families. My first surrogate family comes from a fairly recent read, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book is a captivating documentary of a fictional band in the 60s and 70s and explores the sex, drugs, and rock and roll culture of the time period. But we also get to witness the formation of the band and the way the band basically functions as a surrogate family for all of its members. At times it's supportive and at times dysfunctional, and ultimately it falls apart as quickly as it came together. It's also interesting to explore the factions within the band and how each of the members struggle to balance their other families with their work and connection to Daisy Jones and the Six. Another surrogate family is that of Lily Owens in The Secret Life of Bees. Lily's own family consists of an abusive father, and the book follows Lily's quest to make sense of the blurred memory of her mother's death. On her journey, she meets a family of 3 black beekeeping sisters who take Lily in and help her connect to the mother she lost. The 3 sisters are my favorite part of this book, and are characters that stick with me years and years after having read it. They're each bursting with unique personalities and individual quirks and spunk. The beekeeping calendar sisters function as strong pillars of feminism and power for Lily. One of my absolute favorite surrogate families is the town of Cranford in the book Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. The town is dominated by female friendships and a cozy sense of community. The book has little in the way of plot, but is a series of vignettes of country life in this close-knit village. The quirks of this small town and its whole host of characters are endearing and charming and the perfect type of thing to read around this time of year. I would absolutely love to have Thanksgiving dinner hosted by the ladies of Cranford. Another great surrogate family is found in The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. It's about a brilliant math professor who, despite only having 80 minutes of short-term memory following a traumatic brain injury, manages to form a profound relationship with his housekeeper and her 10-year-old son. It's a beautiful and subtle story of human connection formed in seemingly impossible circumstances. And the last book about surrogate families that I have to mention today is Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. This book is about the character of Sue Trinder, who is an orphan and is brought up in the Victorian London slums by Mrs. Suxby, a baby farmer. Mrs. Suxby raises Sue amidst a life of crime, including the baby farming and petty thievery, but she also shows an unusual tenderness towards Sue and protects her on some level from the harsher realities of Victorian London. Sue is roped into a scheme to swindle a young woman out of her inheritance in the hopes of making Mrs. Suxby a fortune and being able to pay her back for the years of kindness Mrs. Suxby has shown Sue in taking her in. However, as the plot of this book unfolds with all of its twists and turns, Sue's loyalty towards her surrogate mother, Mrs. Suxby, is tested. There's actually so much more to discuss in Fingersmith, and I did a whole review of it on my channel when I first read it, so I'll link that down below. Those are all of the books I have to discuss with you today. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate. I hope you have a great holiday, whether you're spending it with blood relatives or your family of choice. I'd be curious to hear some of your favorite literary families, both blood-related and otherwise. What are some other interesting surrogate families that you've read about? Do you find surrogate families to be more or less compelling than traditional families, and why? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all in another video soon. Bye!